Why, hello everyone. Welcome back to Subnautica on PlayFrame and our base that I do feel like I should come up with a better name for than Hamster Tube now that it's slightly less so in construction. We'll come up with something. Anyway, speaking of our base, I feel like today's going to be a great day for some renovation. I did over the weekend, like last time, get out there and do some more scrounging for materials to work with. Spent several hours just swimming around, grabbing the variety of stuff that we have access to, making sure we have plenty of it to work with. Added some more storage lockers out here as well to organize things a bit better and just ensure that we have sufficient space. They're not all full. Don't worry, I didn't go too wild. Some of them are full. Gold is just an abundant thing out here. Not a lot of things to use it for. Finding it everywhere, though. But yeah, I have stocked up on a lot of things, so we won't be super blocked trying to construct new stuff. But in addition to making new tools, I do feel like I would like to do a bit of base renovation because we have a lot more parts to play around with now, and this is feeling a little ramshackle to me. The foundation plates being like one tile, quote unquote, below the other stuff is feeling less and like that's how these are supposed to work. So I feel like we should expand our base and also try to make this a little bit prettier and more robust, just better. Better base is my goal for today. We'll get back to exploring and whatnot tomorrow. But to begin, I really want to see what's going on with these foundation plates, because this is definitely not how these are supposed to work. And I started up a new save in creative mode just to try building stuff and try to get a better sense for what the rules were for building, because I wasn't sure, okay, if I deconstruct this and if I wanted to build another one, I was trying to figure out, okay, that's okay. Why is that not okay? I was very unclear as to all right, I can understand why this isn't okay. We're clipping through ground terrain, not allowed, got it. This is okay, so apparently I can build foundation plates underneath stuff that's already built. That's good to know, because there was a while where I wasn't sure if I needed to build foundation plate first and then whatever I wanted to go on top of it. But okay, good to know. I can do that. Can't build foundation plates on top of each other, which sure makes sense, I suppose. At least I don't think I can. Can't build them under the moon pool, also makes total sense. You need to get under there. Why does this not work, though? My best guess for why this doesn't work is that the scanner room cannot have one of these underneath it for whatever reason. That's my running theory. I think step one, let's try to get all of these raised up. So construct. There we go. So that looks a little more like maybe how this is supposed to look and work. So we could add a second one here. And just to prove this theory out, how does it look when we get more of these built at the elevation one would expect? Okay. We're still not getting a direct connection, like any little legs coming down between the tubing and these, but that does feel a little bit more like how this is supposed to maybe look. Slightly less silly. That's not allowed, but I'm guessing that's just a scanner room problem. Oh, by the way, I've not added anything else yet. I did add this very hastily, and I'll very quickly explain why. So, in my gathering trip off camera, I did go back to Island 2, as I said I was going to grab some of the, potatoes and whatnot. In doing so, and grabbing some of those and coming back, I checked my inventory and quickly saw, oh shoot, right, these are plants, they're rotting so fast. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I like quickly was like, where am I gonna build they can't be outdoors out in the water. I don't think. I need a greenhouse, quick. So I just like built an observation little room really quickly in a single planter box and threw these in there so fast in a panic. And I'm very glad it worked. I had no plan B. Learn from my mistakes. Anyway. Probably going to need to deconstruct some stuff to get it moved around, because I think I'd love to change the layout of our base a bit as well, as long as I'm changing stuff generally. I kind of think I want to just remove the scanner room entirely to start. I feel like if we still kind of like leave a lot of this tubing where it is, if for no other reason than we have a lot of lockers with stuff in here and I don't want to have to move and unpack all those things for now. I feel like I would love... We're going to need multiple moon pools for multiple vehicles, so I would love to have those, I feel like, maybe jutting out over this way, like just 3 of them. Side by side, jutting out over here. Maybe we could do a large room instead of the moon pool on this side. And maybe we could give that, like, glass, like a glass type one as well. Like large room glass dome, because then that could just be a very big greenhouse. Or part of it could be a greenhouse and the rest could just be very pretty. And maybe we'll even build another small room here and like try stacking some of them, and that can sort of be like our little storage space. This is going to need to get out of the way, I feel like. I'm not going to be able to, yeah, exterior grow bed should be deconstructed first, so... How best to do that without... Like, we'll have to remove the plants, right? We don't, but I'm scared to... Let's remove the plants first. Somehow. Can't just grab them, so maybe we can... That gets us some seeds. So if nothing else, we will have... seeds for all... 4 of these, 5 of these, math. Okay. So now what happens? Okay, yeah, I just deleted whatever plants were inside that I'd not harvested. Good to know. Glad I took precautions there. We'll remove this, raise it up. Yes, or maybe not. Maybe. Oh, it overlaps with the moon pools. Okay. All right, that's fine. Well, then let's remove scanner room upgrades first. You know, that makes sense. Game's looking out for me. Let's see now. We'll remove these temporarily. And then... Can you remove these things from the inside? Surely not. You're either inside or too close to... Yeah. Makes sense. Don't remove the room you're in. Radio should be... Oh, is the radio too close? Maybe the radio's too close. There we go. It hasn't had a new thing for us in a bit anyway. All right. Deconstruct. Inventory is very full with plants. That makes some sense. Maybe let's have our outdoor garden kind of be out here. We've even got some like windows. That could be pretty. Why not? Let's build an outdoor... All right, that's an indoor grow bed. Where's an outdoor one? Exterior grow bed. Let's build one of these out here. Maybe we'll do several. Construct. And another one. I did see a mod that someone had made where, like, to make it easier to build stuff on an even grid. which is pretty cool. I could see down the road when I play Subnautica, again, just for myself and my own time, modding things much more extensively, because there's some pretty creative ones. In addition to just, like, adding more features or whatever, there's mods that, like, add, like, make certain equipment you can get upgradable that wouldn't normally be, like your air bladder. You can make that to where that can be upgraded to where it can store more air or rocket you to the surface faster, and that's pretty cool. I like that. All right, we'll just start there. Plant some things. Get them out of our pockets. There we go. Nice. That'll be pretty, I bet. Okay, got a little more pocket space now. Close down the scanner room for the time being. There we go. Okay, so with that removed, now can we? Yes. Okay, seems like scanner room was the problem. And now we can do this one. It's honestly a lot more foundation than we may end up needing in terms of hull integrity for the base, but it's partly just there for aesthetics too. So let's see. Another of these there. Maybe one of these, right, moon pool. I'm gonna have to tear that down before too long. I'm gonna need to move the solar panels. Might place some solar panels temporarily. Like, out here. We may not need them now that we have our organic reactor, bioreactor, but just in case, so we don't get ourselves into a whole situation. I hate situations. Easily amongst the bottom 5 things to be in. Situations. Hate them.
Oxygen.
Right. Breathing. It's kind of easier and easier to forget now that I have this really great O2 tank that keeps me down here for... goodness. How many minutes is that? It's like nearly 4, right? Math? Something like that. Can't do math right now. I'm building solar panels. I'm busy. Doesn't have to look pretty. This is not where they're gonna live long term anyway. Just there. Okay. Furthermore, I'm gonna be trying to build a thermal reactor down there. I may not need these at all soon. Let me clear these out. And there we go. Now the foundation. Both of them. Inventory. That's fine. Won't be full for long. There we go. Better. There. And... okay, right. Moon pool. But yeah, this, I like this better. This feels a little more correct. As things should be. Does this work or no? Okay, so can't have one there. Makes sense. All right. We're learning. Neat. Okay. So if I wanted to start building a multi-purpose room to be storage here, does this not work? Why? Why does this not work? Is it proximity to... Is the foundation the problem for these? It's not a problem for this one. Or is it proximity to something else, I wonder? Or is there... Okay, no, so like I can attach something here and that's fine. So it's not... I do wish it was a little clearer sometimes why building certain things didn't work. I know that's very challenging on a UI level. It could just be proximity to the moon pool, but let's... Attached components must be deconstructed. What's attached to this? I guess now it's the base is attached to this. Right? Yeah, okay, so now that this is... Huh. That is very confusing. How that works. Very confusing indeed. I still don't... I thought I was starting to understand how the rules worked, but yeah, now that I've built these up and it's immediately below these now, in order to move the foundation, I'd need to move the thing on top first. That's a little obnoxious. Okay, my takeaway from all this is that foundation is the enemy and not required. More trouble than it's worth. Unless you've just really got a plan in mind and know that where you're building stuff is where you want it to be long term. I have removed the foundation underneath our base stuff. I've created some more outside here that can be where grow beds and maybe some solar panels go. Putting it underneath the base directly, though it does look nice and is probably something I will do in future for other little outpost bases or whatever. Like, that makes sense. I'll probably do something of that sort, but kind of seems like a real liability right now, and I'm still figuring stuff out, exploring all that, and I don't want to get myself in a situation where I would have to move a dozen lockers worth of stuff to remove a foundation or build something else. No, I think this is a better solution. We will just get hull integrity by reinforcing wherever those panels are. Where are the reinforcement panels? Here we go. Reinforcement. Yeah, we can just do some of these from time to time. Find places where we don't want lockers to be. Or where they aren't already. Which isn't a lot of places. But that may change eventually. I may move where all the lockers are. Here's fine for now. And our hull strength is pretty good. Honestly, that adds a lot more to hull integrity than the foundation does anyway. Those added like +2 and that added +7. So, also more efficient, seems like. Cool. Anyway, with that sorted out, now if we were to add... I think it might just be the moon pool being too close. That's what I'm starting to suspect. That's fine, we're gonna be moving this anyway. Just not quite yet. So instead, let's do a regular tube here. Maybe a either T or X compartment here. Let's say a T one. There we go. Very good. We could even do like another room there. Actually, that might be more fun. Let's do that instead. Or try it, see if that works. Oh, okay. If we remove that as well, then room.
Oxygen.
That works. Air. There we go. We're figuring it out. Slowly. Learning. Okay. Don't even know what this room will be for. Maybe just a way to not have all tubes all the time. But then from here, we could build a moon pool. Gonna need to make some lubricant and ingots for that. But, yeah, we could build one like right here. And this could be like moon pool number 1. Maybe they could just be just like 1, 2, 3 side by side. That could be pretty nice. Gonna need more stuff for that, and that's fine. Let's deconstruct this one, which is gonna require taking some stuff out of it. Let's see. Pocket's feeling a little full right now. Some lockers are also feeling a little full is the problem. Let's go and make some glass out of this quartz. We're going to be needing plenty of it, I suspect. There we go. Let's also go ahead and make one of these, because we're going to need at least one. The rest should auto-make itself, though, given how much titanium we have just lying around. Nope, wrong one. That's still not it. Materials, here we go. You two go in there. So how much needs deconstructing in here? We'll have to move the Seamoth. We'll have to... remove that. There we go. What am I storing in here? Right, some spare components and whatnot. Also, this will need to get moved somewhere else. Somewhere better. Somewhere less about to be gone. And we need to also move you, I assume.
All systems online.
Yeah, we'll just park you out here near the prawn. Provide ourselves a little light. Beautiful. And now we should be able to attach components. What's attached? Maybe there's like a bulkhead or something in here that I... Yeah, there is. Okay, I think that's the problem. So, and we should have more than enough integrity to the hull to... Yeah, okay. Gonna remove that. And then we're probably fine. I don't see anything else in here. Yay, all right. Inventory full. We're gonna be running into that a lot, but we got another one out here that needs building anyway. Need lubricants as well. I guess we can... Well, not with a full inventory. We can't fix that real quick. Hang on. So if we grab a little creep vine real quick like, can make some quick lubricant, which we'll need plenty of, to build these moon pools and other things. Also, the lubricant store is a lot easier than these huge clusters. There we go. Okay. Has that done it? Can I now deconstruct? Good. And then build. Gorgeous. Okay. Some things will need to get moved over here before we can build additional ones, but we've got one placed now, and that's something. Now, where to start our large room? More like this. Yeah. Huge. Huge room. It's attached, right? Yes. Okay. Sweet. Very large. Let's see this thing. Whew. Now that's a lot of space. So, I was thinking originally when I was looking at these, like, oh, these are just, like, this glass dome is just like a glass version of the multi-purpose room. I think it might just be the ceiling, though, like a skylight. So, if I take this large room I've just built and then, yeah. Is it gonna be good? Yeah! Love this. Our whole integrity should be minded, but love this. This is good. Perfect space for a greenhouse and probably lots of other stuff. I don't know if I can... I know there's a lot of plants in this game. I don't know if I need this big a greenhouse. Love this, though. This is great. Well, why not? We're going to need another indoor grow bed. Yeah, let's start putting these kind of in this far edge. We don't need very many yet, just getting some placed. It's very asymmetrical. I know it's not going to be perfect. We can do better than that, though. And... there we go. Sure. So then... with that created, we can take this little grow bed we created over here and... well... it's easy to get more of those and get seeds of these. This one I'm less sure about. Like, one marble melon leads to one marble melon plant, and I don't really get more seeds of them. How do you grow more? I guess I can try hitting it with a knife once I've got it planted again on the other side. See what happens? There's got to be some way to yield more of those. So, potatoes in here. And a marble melon in here. Cool. These are starting to grow. I guess... gotta test this. Ooh, okay, okay. So that destroyed it, but we got a bunch of seeds out of it. That's... okay, that's how we do it. Awesome. Beautiful, all right. These I'll save for other kinds of plants for the time being. But let me go ahead and clear out the planter on this other side here. So we do not need this observation dome for the moment. Okay, this is gonna... hang on, this is gonna take a minute. Okay, now we can remove this. Great. And I guess we can remove this too. You guys seem confused. Glad you're enjoying the moon pool, though. No power. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's out of power. Sometimes I get the no power signal. I think due to some mod acting a little funny. But, this time I was literally just out of power. What's the problem? Where all can I put more reinforcement? As a precaution before I start adding more things. Someone could go here, and that's maybe not a bad idea. Maybe also here. There's a little bit less to see on this side. We'll do one here. And that helps. One here as well. That's added a lot. Great. Have we got what we need to build a second one? Yes. Hey, and they'll actually, like, fit. Rad. Whoa. Ooh. Let's hold off, because I'm noticing we're getting, like, connections from, like, between moon pools as well, which is great. Love that. But I want it to connect to this as well, so I guess we just remove the window here. Nice. This will eventually be for our Cyclops submarine thing. Yeah. Much improved already. We can add some reinforcement here too. And we'll do the same on the far side of this one. And that should buy us a lot of hull strength. Gorgeous. Okay. And now, here we go, and these are connected. That rules. Love this. This was a good plan. Okay. So we've got that established, and we can even park our vehicles in there. Why not? Prawn, you finally have a home.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see. Just gotta navigate between all these. And then... there you are. Beautiful. Sea moth next.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Here we go. Yeah. Excellent. And someday, we'll have a vehicle for the third. Now, this may not remain as my little personal quarters. We can maybe find a better spot for actually living in. But we'll solve that later. Where should the scanner room go now that we are not having it be in its previous location? Where should it go instead? So I have now seen that, like, some of these can stack together. Like, I've learned that that works. So, like, you can have these stacked in that way, and that's cool. I like that a lot. Does the scanner work that way? I kind of doubt it. Yeah, no, okay, this is much more a... I guess you can, like, stack it on top like that, but I don't think I could create, like, a ladder to go from one floor to the next. I think this needs to be a standalone space. Where would I want that space to stand, then?
Seek fluid intake.
Should probably get some water, huh? Could connect here. Yeah, I don't entirely hate that. Some connectivity between these might also be kind of nice. So here's a question as well. Yeah, I think there's just not enough room for this to go here, which is, honestly, I suppose, fine. I'll have to decide what I want to do with that. Like, this is currently my little storage, like one of my little storage tube places where all my lockers are. It feels like maybe building out one of these to function in that way would be best. Like, we could even make a multi-tier storage room, in theory. Just full of lockers. Good work. Maybe we will do that. Because I don't want to just keep expending this. That feels a little... not inefficient, just a bit silly. Let's have some water. And these are getting old. Might as well just eat them. We do have an alternative food source now, and that's nice.
Vital signs stabilizing.
This feels like it should get moved. To be over the vehicle pools. That just makes sense. There you go. And yeah, maybe let's start building this out as kind of our new storage hub. I want it to be someplace that's, like, easy to enter and exit. I'll probably add a hatch somewhere around here, just so it's easy to get into. Because I want to dip in to drop stuff off regularly, if past experience is any indication. Do I not have titanium? Have I finally run myself out of it? Believable. Very believable. Wow, we've actually done it. That's pretty easy to restock on. We'll take a quick building break and I'll go grab some scrap. There we go. Got a few handfuls. This place is really coming together. We're gonna need to add some lighting. It's a little too dark out here when we got no daylight to work with. Make me titanium. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we've got a big storage hub thing now. Or it will be a storage hub thing.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's confirm that I do, in fact, know how ladders work. Ladder. And then here we go. Perfect. That's how you do it. Okay. Yeah. Is that going to be more headache than help? It might be. It works. Works well enough anyway. Maybe I'll add a glass dome to this one, both for aesthetics and also so it's easier to tell that I'm at least on, like, when I'm on the top floor of storage. Suppose I could also move one of the ladders. Let's try that, actually. How well does that work? Like, if I placed a ladder here, then that's blocking a door, and that's no good. Could put it here, but that might also eventually be a path. Yeah, this may be the best solution for the time being. For now. I think I'll need to spend a little time off camera figuring out how I want the storage to work. Like, I'm envisioning it as being just lockers lining a lot of the walls, though I probably will want to save some spaces for being hatches for entry or tubes leading to other rooms. Even just some glass on occasion to see out or something. I'll have to think on that. That's a problem to solve later, because I'll also have to then take all the stuff in all these lockers and move it. And that'll be a bit of a chore. Won't make you watch that. That's no fun. Oh, inactive. That's probably not ideal. Although, someone had said somewhere in comments that, creep vine's not a bad resource to use for these things, because they are large, and I get the sense that, like, larger items work for longer. Oops. Sometimes those do break, though. Could try planting one. That's actually a good idea. Don't know if this is where I'd permanently want them, but... Does this count? We'll see. We'll see if that works. It didn't have, like... They weren't marked as seeds in the icon, so this might not work. Curious to see, though. If that doesn't, then we could try planting one of the clusters, one of the, glowing yellow berries. That might. Maybe those count as seeds, in a way. But yeah, if I grab another couple samples, bring them in here. feel like that's going to work for a while. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I feel like I also need to better decide what I want, how I want to use these different spaces. We've got, like, storage block here. What do I want to be in each of these, though? Seems like a good space for utility of some kind. This can work really well as part greenhouse, or maybe all greenhouse, depending on how many plants we can find. Let's figure out power real quick. Thermal power. Okay, limit to how close we can get safely. Nuclear reactor. There you are, thermal plant. Okay, need more titanium, naturally, but can't just... like, building these here feels silly. Maybe we can get a foundation built just, like, over this? We might do that. Maybe we can, like, build a foundation just, like, right over all this. Quick, before we cook. That could work. Kind of ugly, but could work. Kind of ugly, but also kind of cool. Let me grab a little bit more titanium, and we'll at least see how well the idea works in terms of actually getting power to our base. Because if it doesn't do that, then the whole point is moot. Okay, got a little more to work with. Thermal plant converts heat to energy at medium efficiency. We'll see. Quickly. Bit hot, that's fine. Boom.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
All right. Is that close enough to our base proper, I guess is the question. If I could get it further down, we'd get even more power out of that, I bet. But, are we getting power from that is the question. Or are we too far away? I think we're too far away. There is a tool for that, though. Power transmitter. What's going on with that, then? What? So if I... Oh, okay, I see. So I could build some of these connecting back to our base. I'm getting it. There we go. Okay. Does that connect? I'm not 100% sure that was connecting. Yeah, I'm not sure that's connecting at all. Okay, this one connects. really know how close they have to be to each other, but... if we build this here... is that working? Not connecting directly yet, and I feel like the power we're getting right now is just still a combination of the solar panels and the bioreactor. Must not be using this correctly. Yet. Okay, there it is. That is working. And we don't need both of these, I don't think. Apparently it was just slightly out of range. And we don't need this here either. Okay. But now we're getting power. How much? All right, an extra, like, 250. Not a ton, but we could build... oops. Nope. Not what I'm trying to do. Could build a couple more of these reactors. Oh, they take aerogel as well. Yeah, I wonder if I need to get this like deeper down, closer to the heat. That might be the case. And I don't think I can build stuff from inside like the prawn or anything. But if we just built a second one... I need aerogel for that. Which I have the materials for. Keep forgetting. Mod. Quick. There we go. So now we got 2. Right? No. They aren't both connecting. I'm guessing because the placement of this. Yep, that is the issue. Okay. That works. That doesn't. Nah. Gotta stop nearly dying long enough to build functioning thermal power system. There we go. Getting a little more from it.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, and healing. Gracious. Whew.
Vital signs stabilizing.
You know what? I thought I was going to be able to get all building done in one episode with what I was like kind of having in mind, but I think we could probably do a little bit more. There's like a few more rooms that I want to get added on here before moving on to other things. I do want to get our scanner room back. I want to get an observatory out there somewhere. Maybe decide where I want the kind of new living space to be. And it could also be fun, like getting some more lighting outside, as well as a few more, just like some basic decoration and stuff going on as well. Yeah, why not? We'll resume a bit of the building tomorrow before we get back to searching and finding more stuff. Take care, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow for more Subnautica. Bye!